So it's, and you know, you might see this on a nice jewelry box that you'd buy a watch in from a jewelry store or a department store or something. The original Pebble just came in a flat box, and I don't know, it just wasn't nearly as impressive. All right, so as you can see here, when you start it up, when you take it out of the box, it's all ready to go to pair to your smartwatch. As I look at it, my first initial reaction is that this thing does, in my opinion, look a lot better than the original plastic Pebble. I notice the actual watch face itself is really not any different. It looks smaller, but it's the same size. But that's because the casing is much smaller. See here the thickness of it. So it's about the same thickness, but as you can tell from the top down, it's clearly a little bit smaller. Like if I go down here and hold it, what does that look like? Maybe half an inch or so shorter. The width is about the same. And then of course the leather band and this steel band, they're much nicer. And from what I understand, we'll connect this here. The charger goes on, and I think it's a lot stronger. Notice that. So that alone is a big improvement. Even if it was just the same watch but had a better charger, I would be impressed and happy with the upgrade, but because that was such an annoyance. But we're really glad about that fact. Now, one of the things I don't like is, you know, when you get a Pebble, you don't know right off the bat how much power it's got, and there's no power indicator. So for all I know, this thing's about dead, but we're going to go ahead and try to set it up anyway. So I've downloaded the Pebble app on my iPhone. And notice here it tells me to turn on Bluetooth. So I'll go into settings. Well, there we go. And it says it's connected. Pebble would like to communicate with Pebble Technology Corp. Pebble E. Yes, of course, I'm going to allow it. It goes back. And immediately the watch, which right off the bat's a little bit dirty, says it's ready for update. So we're going to go here and hit start. I have a Pebble account. Alright, so I'm going to enter my login information. I've entered my login information, and now it's asking me if I want to turn on location data, which of course I do. Some of your apps and watches may be lost because they haven't been updated to work with Pebble 2.0 software update. Alright, that's just kind of a warning. Let's make sure the Pebble is up to date. Check now. So it's going to check Pebble servers for an update to the firmware. And of course it is downloading version 2.0 and we'll install it on the Pebble. So we'll come back when it's finished. While that's still downloading, I wanted to show you this metal band. It's got a little button here on the side that releases the clasp. A lot of people have been complaining online because they don't give you any instructions on how to swap it out. So we're going to figure that out and actually do a video of it. It looks like probably the pin there, you're going to have to pump that out. When I bought my Kickstarter edition, I had to swap out the band because it comes with a short band, and so I bought a jewelry tool, a jeweler's tool made specifically for switching watch bands, and it's not very expensive. I'll give you a link to that to show you how to do that. All right, so now we're told that it has updated, so we'll hit continue there. We want to set up notifications. This guide will help you do so. So this is just going through the steps. This is what you're going to see. It's telling you how to go in and set up notifications on your Pebble watch. So we'll do that now. We'll pair with the watch. So notice it's already sent me one of my notifications there. We'll do a test text message, a test phone call. So we're done. So it's working just fine. Now it's going to offer to let us grab some apps. It's got a number of apps. It comes starting off with a few. We're going to hit next and just go on. Setup is complete. It's that simple. You tap up here in the corner. There's two different sections for loading things on your Pebble: the Get Watch Faces and Get Apps. And then this is an area called the Locker. Pebble can only hold up to 8 apps or watch faces at a time. And so if you have maybe 10 or 15 or 20 or more apps that you like, that you use, you're going to have to store a few of them here in the Locker, and you can quickly load them on your watch without having to search the App Store. That's a little bit of a limitation, but I find you probably don't want more than 8 anyway. All right, so it's ready to go, and we can begin loading some of our apps. Now here are some of the apps that I've already got in the here. This is my let's see if we can find it. There we go. There's my favorite watch face with Yahoo Weather. So it's saying that it is loading it. Notice the progress screen in the background. And notice that it's now installed on the watch.